Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Monday, February 2, 2026. Making the headlines tonight, NTUCB to protest SSB's silence on BTL's proposed SpeedNet acquisition. PUP Northern Caucus supports smart buyout. Cabinet Minister expresses disappointment. President of Guyana visits Belize, and a police officer killed in hit and run down south. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
When working with sheetrock, you need screws that give you quick penetration for a speedy, stable installation. Best Screws, fast frame and fast finish drywall screws are specifically designed for you. Engineered by Best Manufacturing, Best Screws makes every job faster and easier. These screws offer reliable performance with a superior hold. You also save money due to Best Screws affordability. They are cheaper than the leading brands. Get the job done quickly without compromising on strength. For all your drywall installations, get Best Screws Fast Frame and Fast Finish. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank. Building the future together.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, text, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio. 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
Every major road network in urban and rural communities, the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Houses Road Maintenance Units are doing the work and making a difference. But this program is much more than just cleaning roadsides and patching potholes to enhance road safety. And it is much more than picking up garbage dumped illegally or thrown from passing vehicles. This program is about providing steady, stable employment to Belizeans in every district and giving them the opportunity to positively impact their communities.
This present government here, the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, has created a unit which we call the Road Maintenance Unit.
Well, we work for MIDH. We do road maintenance. We take care from the boundary of Orange Rock, Corozal to the border.
That is a normal routine, chopping and leave the place clean, make the tractor can pass, no stone, no iron, nothing, no sign is on the way for the tractor man.
We maintain the culverts for sub-repair for when the storm comes, pick up the garbage that is all around, so when storm comes, the open drains are clean so water can flow good.
We patch up the streets and maintain it clear, right? Like patch it with premix and tar and stuff like that. The entire Corozal district.
Every day we do like chip and seal. We patch the road, like cut out the hole and put premix in the hole, put tar first, then put in the premix. And we maintain the bus shed there, cut up the bus shed there, make sure people safe. I think when they go bus shed there, could breathe some fresh air. We pick up the garbage there along the highway, and we maintain from Malante to Belize City on the George Price. And on the Philip Golson, we go all the way to Cooking Tree. And we make sure all the roads there, all the holes there cover, and people who drive could drive safely there.
Right here we are working in Toledo. I see the much appreciation of the people that they're happy what we are here for them now. And they could see the work, and it's proof right here.
He helps me a lot because I can maintain my family, my bills, got a straight job, working with the government 17 years.
Yes, this is something very important and very necessary that it provides job all year round.
This is the way I make my food, so I have to do it.
It help a lot too, I could provide the house, help pay a bill too, I couldn't do that in the past years too, so since I did this MIDH trying to help, I make sure I do my part because bills there for pay.
I've been working here at MIDH going to 18 years. And I'm so proud that I am working in this ministry.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. Even as the Prime Minister insists that the proposed acquisition of SpeedNet by Belize Telemedia Limited is a purely business decision to be made by BTL's Board of Directors, the Northern Caucus of the ruling People's United Democratic Party has gone ahead and publicized a position on the deal. In a statement issued on Sunday, the Northern Caucus announced that after a presentation Saturday from BTL on the intended buyout, unanimously voted to support the acquisition. The Northern Caucus comprises all 8 PUP area reps and standard bearers in Corozal and Orange Walk, plus the Belize Rural Central Area representative and their chairpersons and executives. The Prime Minister, whose family stands to benefit reportedly from $18 million for their 22.5% stake of shareholding in SpeedNet, is the area rep for Orange Walk Central. The cabinet announced last week that it would withhold its decision until BTL has completed its consultation process. The Northern Caucus release regurgitates the reasons BTL has cited of why the deal would be beneficial for the company and country, and disclose some new figures of revenues projected to increase from approximately $167 million to $207 million. It added that dividend per share, according to BTL, is projected to increase by 216.67%. However, a time frame for this is not provided. The statement comes in the face of significant public opposition of the deal, and political observers have noted that reaching for support from the party caucuses is reminiscent of what transpired after G7 in August of 2004, when then Prime Minister Said Musa sought endorsements of his leadership after 7 cabinet ministers, including Briceño, opposed Musa over financial and governance issues. With the party's Northern Caucus having made known a position on the buyout, it is left to be seen if the other caucuses will follow suit. We know that at least 2 other ministers, apart from the Prime Minister, have remarked that the buyout would not lead to a monopoly in the telecom sector. Notably as well, the Prime Minister has indicated that no amendment to primary legislation is required to give effect to the acquisition. Meanwhile, today, when the media got a hold of him at the conclusion of today's joint sitting of Parliament, Cabinet Minister Julius Espat expressed surprise at his party's Northern Caucus public statement supporting the smart buyout. In a significant development, he declared that if the Western Caucus moves to issue a position, his division of Cayo South will not be present.
I was surprised of that release that came out. I saw it this morning. Why? Because in cabinet it was decided that there would be no political interference. So I am not in agreement with that, and if the Western Caucus decide it will be with Cayo South, not there, because we made an agreement that the political interference would not be a part of the decision making, and that I am totally disappointed with.
Do you think it compromises the ongoing deliberation, the independence of it?
Well, that's the reason why Cabinet decided to stay away from it. And so, yes, it does.
Espat's position is that there must be public consultation on the matter.
Consultation is never enough. I think there's a misconception that you have these privately, publicly owned companies and they believe that they don't have to consult with the Belizean people. That I have a serious problem with. You either own it or you don't own it, and we own it. So if we own it, then you have to come to us to ask our opinion, including with the media. The media is extremely important in this. The concern that the media has if you have a monopoly and it can affect them in the future is something that has to be addressed, and it has to be put in place before an agreement is done. It's just my point of view. And that we need competition, well, from the day I was born, that is what I believe in having competition. And the reason that you have 2 telecom companies is because the concept of competition was there from the beginning. Everybody in the business community would love a monopoly, but that doesn't mean that it is in the best interest of the consumers.
Do you believe that seeing all the backlash and the opposition to this acquisition, that Cabinet would tell the Prime Minister, and by that I mean all the other members of Cabinet, you know what, this is political suicide, let's not go through with it?
You should be in Cabinet one of these days, and then I would ask you. It's a difficult position to be put in. It's not easy for anybody. We have our opinions in Cabinet that we share with the Prime Minister, quite frankly, and those are Cabinet discussions and decisions under our laws that we should not be speaking publicly out here about what we say inside Cabinet. But there is opposition to the concept, and BTL feels strongly that it is a good thing. So I think more consultation is required so that people are convinced either way. But just like this beautiful building that we see here, the design of it, not in its infrastructure, but the concept is to ventilate issues so that people can be aware. I think that's important. If you have a concern, then let's have more consultation. Let's sit with the people and convince them. When you get a presentation like the one we got, it's very positive. You look at all the positive aspects of it, but then you walk outside and you hear the noise and you say, but why are people clamoring if the concept is so good? Well, let's look at the other side. Let's listen to the other side, and that way people can be convinced. Politically, either way, we could come out of this in a positive way, or we could come out of this in a negative way. It is how you convince people. A politician wins by how does a politician win? By putting in the work and convincing people that his leadership and his ideas are positive, and therefore people will gain traction with that concept and come with you. But if the politician does not do that, then the opposite happens. And so we face that possibility.
Unlike three other ministers, including the Prime Minister, Espat directly labeled the deal as creating a monopoly.
Will we be creating a monopoly?
Locally, yes. You can't run away from that concept. You're arguing two separate things. On the international level, you won't have a monopoly. But at a local level, you do. And you see, people have a concern. The media says, I am concerned because if you have government-dominated telecommunications, they can put a target on my shoulder and I won't be able to function. More or less, I understood that you guys were saying. That's a valid point. So we have to listen to that. And if it is done, then legislation has to be put in to ensure that that does not happen. The consumers are concerned and say, in the past, if BTL may give me a bad service, but the price may kind of, all right, I will consider for go to the guy who will give me a better service, but it's a bit more expensive or less expensive. You have the option. With what is happening, you won't have an option, and I believe that options are always positive. But it's just a personal opinion. It's how I look at things. Everybody has a different point of view, and that's why consultation is enough. If you speak to anybody from BTL, they are gung-ho and convinced that it's the best thing ever happened ever. Things toast bread. If you speak to people outside, they are worried. But everything in life that comes with change, people are worried. That's human nature. And it's good to ask questions. It's not like we are in a dictatorship and they tell you, buy this, away and do, girl, this, away and do, and then we step up and salute. No, we ask questions. Why is the change necessary? Why is it better for me? Why is it worse for me? And I think that's where we've lacked. And I think that's where BTL has to put in a little bit more effort, and instead of just having closed door consultation, opening it up. And if there is protest, well, listen to them and then make a decision. And I think we're being forced to go in that direction, which is not a bad thing. It shows that democracy still flourishes in this country.
The National Trade Union Congress of Belize, NTUCB, has issued another statement reiterating its staunch opposition to BTL's push to acquire SpeedNet Smart, calling it hasty and ill-advised. However, this time, the NTUCB is taking aim at the Social Security Board, which has 34.2% stake in BTL. The Congress says the SSB's silence is unacceptable and concerning, and it calls for the board to immediately take a public and principled stand and to oppose the acquisition until due diligence is completed. The Congress wrote, quote, an egregious and obvious disregard for the will and sentiments of workers and their contributions to the fund by the Social Security Board will not be permitted, end quote. The NTUCB insists the proposal is, quote, without the transparency and accountability any investment merits, end quote. The NTUCB intends to protest in front of the SSB office in Belize City Wednesday morning at 11 while the board meets to take a decision on the proposed BTL buyout. The United Democratic Party applied for a permit to protest the proposed SpeedNet buyout outside of the National Assembly today during the visit of the President of Guyana. However, they did not receive the permit. Today, the Compol explained the application was not properly filed, but the leader of the opposition, Honorable Tracy Panton, called it a denial on a technicality and says they will protest Wednesday in front of the SSB office in Belize City.
I was briefed. An application was received to protest on Friday afternoon. The application did not state the date. The commanding officer then informed the person who brought the application that a date need to be stated. That individual then said that he will consult with his party hierarchy. He then subsequently submitted an application for Wednesday. That application, the approval was given.
We had hoped to protest today. The permit was denied, even though the Prime Minister speaks very boldly about the rights of citizens should be preserved and we have the right to protest. Obviously, he would have preferred the protest not to happen today. They used a technicality in the law to deny us the permit, but that will not keep us quiet. We will be sure that our voices are heard at every occasion that we have. And there is a permit for Wednesday. We are calling on all Belizeans to join us on Wednesday at 10 o'clock as we meet outside the Social Security Board. The board is meeting at 11, we understand. And of course, we look forward to having the support and inclusion of our union partners and all members.
Meanwhile, in relation to last week's protest in front of Belize Telemedia Limited, the commissioner explained the policing strategy employed in the face of observations that their presence was insufficient. For her part, opposition leader Panton was asked if they expect any charges over the confrontation with the police as demonstrators surge onto the BTL compound.
First of all, the police department do recognize the right of individual or group to protest, but they must do so within the context of the law. In terms of the one last week, I believe that we have a level of escalation in terms of our police response. And during the protests, it did not reach the level that we needed to escalate. So we do believe that it went at a manageable level that the uniformed personnel could have managed.
However, the protesters broke through whatever barricade you all set. It seemed as if you all were outnumbered and outmanned.
In terms of public order, in terms of public demonstration, we have a protocol in place, and for us to escalate, certain things should have happened, or in order for us to escalate to the other stage.
Do you anticipate any charges stemming from the protests last week?
None at all, but if the charges come, we are prepared to deal with them because we cannot allow the voices of our citizens to be stifled when it is clear to all of us. But I say even blind-eyed Josie could say that this is an attempt at blatant corruption by the Briceño administration. There is an inherent conflict of interest, and we have a right to express our concerns about that.
His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, landed at the Philip Golson International Airport on Sunday afternoon. Dr. Ali is the first president of Guyana to visit Belize. During his official 3-day state visit, he is accompanied by Honorable Hugh Todd, Guyana's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Guyana, along with a delegation of Guyanese investors and business leaders. Dr. Ali received an official welcome at the PGIA and was greeted by Honorable Francis Fonseca, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Amalia Mai, CEO in the ministry, and the Belize Defense Force Honor Guard. Dr. Ali then traveled north to Orange Walk to meet with Prime Minister Honorable John Briceño and accompanied him on a tour of his personal farm. Today he was the special guest during the joint sitting of the House of Representatives and the Senate inside the newly refurbished National Assembly building in Belmopan, where he delivered a 45-minute speech. Both he and the Prime Minister, John Briceño, highlighted areas for the two countries to work together.
I am deeply honored to have been invited on a state visit to this magnificent country, an expression of the highest respect between sovereign nations, and a moment to reaffirm the bonds that connect our peoples our institutions, and our shared aspirations. The occasion provides Guyana and Belize with a valued opportunity to deepen political dialogue, expand cooperation across economic, security, cultural, and environmental spheres, and reaffirm the common values and strategic interests that bind our two countries. These challenges facing small states in our hemisphere are becoming more acute and more complex. Climate change continues to threaten coastlines, food systems, and water security. Energy insecurity and volatility in global markets expose our economies to shocks beyond our control. Food insecurity, driven by climate events and external disruptions, places additional strain on vulnerable populations. That is why, Prime Minister, my dear friend, I agree with you that Belize and Guyana must lead in the food security of this region. And when we make this investment, human, financial, and technological investment, the region must in turn have a fair trade system in which our produce and production is not subjected to the bureaucracy of the system or is not subjected to artificial barriers of trade that affect this region. We must together champion the cause of removing the barriers to trade, especially in food in this region.
Given that both countries face territorial claims, the two heads of government called for the peaceful resolution of disputes and also appealed to non-interference in the region. After the joint sitting, Dr. Ali and the Prime Minister signed bilateral agreements on digitization, tourism, education, and agriculture. He was also taken on a tour at Spanish Lookout and the Santander Sugar Mill. After the break, Cayo South area rep says he has all his CDF receipts. Stay with us.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures, customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights, distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
Sir, your item is ready for viewing.
Is that all?
This is everything.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
A special constable, 48-year-old Marcus Akal, was killed following a hit-and-run accident along the Thomas Vincent Ramos Highway near Georgetown Stand Creek on Friday night around 7:25. According to reports, Akal was knocked off his motorcycle by a pickup truck near the junction at the entrance of the village between miles 30 and 31 and received severe injuries. Punta Gorda police later that night detained the driver of the truck, Guatemalan national, 30-year-old Juan Carlos Estrada Prado, near Bella Vista, Toledo. On Saturday, Estrada Prado of Santa Cruz, Guatemala, was charged with manslaughter by negligence, causing death by careless conduct, driving without due care and attention, failure to report an accident, and failure to stop and render aid. ASP Stacy Smith said that Akal had just ended his shift when the accident occurred.
Mr. Akal worked at the Independence Police Station and he had just reported off duty on that day. The Belize Police Department mourns the loss of Mr. Akal. Mr. Akal was a special constable for 14 years where he gave very dedicated and exemplary service. So the department, as well as the ministry, wishes to express its sincere condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Akal as they come to terms with this sudden loss.
By chance, would the driver have been intoxicated?
I do not have any indication as to whether urine samples were obtained from him. However, if that was done, I'll convey that information.
At the introduction of the Constituency Development Fund in October 2021, Honorable Julius Espat, area rep for Cayo South, cautioned all area reps to keep their receipts to show how they would be using the funds. Now that there is a spotlight on the expenditure since the Freedom of Information Act request of redistricting claimant Jeremy Enriquez, Espat told the media he has been keeping his receipts.
Well, all the information goes to the Ministry of Finance. The way the system is set up, you present a project and you give them a budget of the project and then they allocate the funds for you to complete the project. You cannot get additional funds if your documentation does not go in. So the Ministry of Finance is in possession of all the documentation for all the area reps. It depends on where you are, that's the use of it. In Cayo South, for example, we use it a lot for, we did community centers, we have done sporting facilities, we are helping with schools. We are putting it to infrastructure which is needed in a rural community. In the urban areas, I think it's a little bit different. So each constituency is a little different in how they use the funds.
And do you religiously keep your receipts?
Yeah, I have them.
Last month, the Cabinet Secretary accidentally posted to his WhatsApp status what the Prime Minister described as an anonymous complaint alleging corruption in a government ministry involving the purchase of construction materials and supplies. At the time, it appeared to point toward an official in the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, but today, Minister Julius Espat said he was not the source.
Infrastructure development does absolutely nothing to do with that. We heard of it from you. Yeah. Oversight is important for everything that we do. We use public funds. Any money that a minister spends or a government spends or any public official spends, it's not their money. It's the people's money. So oversight is important. So I won't stay away from that. That's why I'm here speaking to you. It's very important that we open ourselves and answer the question.
Police have charged one of their own in connection with the January 25 murder of 26-year-old Shaquem Francis Ferguson in Ladyville, Belize District. On Friday, 24-year-old Kenroy Rudolph Allen Jr. was charged with the crime of murder. According to police, Ferguson was heading back home, traveling on Joe Louis Street when a vehicle drove up to him and a gunman opened fire in his direction. Police believe the incident was drug-related. Today, ASP Stacy Smith gave the media an update on that investigation.
The arrest of Mr. Allen came as a consequence of police's investigation and retrieval of items which supported the charge as levied.
Police identified any motive for the murder?
No clear motive has been established. However, I believe on the last occasion when ACP Romero was addressing the matter, he would have stated that there is a suggestion that drugs may be the motive and it may be connected to the other incidents that occurred in that area.
And would there be any other arrests or he's the only one you're looking for?
The investigation is ongoing. As developments of interest are made, that will be shared with the media.
After the break, a Ladyville man apprehended after shooting at police mobile. Stay tuned.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, texts, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio. 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria, con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente. Ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m. en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
We all know the importance of running water and proper drainage in your home. That's why we rely on a fully functional plumbing system. At Benny's, we have all the plumbing supplies and accessories you need. Our pipes, fittings, valves, and adapters are made from durable quality materials. Remember to wash your hands with clean running water from your faucet. We have kitchen and bathroom faucets in various styles and finishes. Whether for installation or maintenance, make sure to use recommended PVC cleaner, solvent, and Teflon tape to fix or prevent leaks. We also have the tools to get the job done. For all your residential, commercial, or industrial plumbing needs, shop at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
On every major road network,
in urban and rural communities, the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Houses Road Maintenance Units are doing the work and making a difference. But this program is much more than just cleaning roadsides and patching potholes to enhance road safety. And it is much more than picking up garbage dumped illegally or thrown from passing vehicles. This program is about providing steady, stable employment to Belizeans in every district and giving them the opportunity to positively impact their communities.
This present government here, the Ministry of Infrastructure and Housing, has created a unit which we call the Road Maintenance Unit.
Well, we work for MIDH. We do road maintenance. We take care from the boundary of Orange Rock, Corozal to the border.
That is a normal routine, chopping and leave the place clean, make the tractor can pass. No stone, no iron, nothing, no sign is on the way for the tractor man.
We maintain the culverts for repair for when the storm comes, pick up the garbage that is all around. So when storm comes, the open drains are clean so water can flow good.
We patch up the streets and maintain it clear, right? Like patch it with premix and tar and stuff like that. The entire Corozal district.
Every day we do like chip and seal. We patch the road, like cut out the hole and put premix in the hole. Put tar first, then put in the premix. And we maintain the bus shed there, cut up the bus shed there, make sure people safe. I think when they go bus shed there, could breathe some fresh air. We pick up the garbage there along the highway and we maintain from Malante to Belize City on the George Price. And on the Philip Goldson, we go all the way to Cooking Tree. And we make sure all the roads there, all the holes there cover and people who drive could drive safely there.
Right here we are working in Toledo. I see the much appreciation of the people that they're happy what we are here for them now. And they could see the work, and it's proof right here.
It helps me a lot because I can maintain my family, my bills, got a straight job, working with the government 17 years.
Yes, this is something very important and very necessary that it provides job all year round.
This is the way I make my food, so I have to do it.
It help a lot too, I could provide the house, help pay a bill too, I couldn't do that in the past years too. So since I did this MIDH trying to help, I make sure I do my part because bills there to pay.
I've been working here at the MIDH going to 18 years. And I'm so proud that I am working in this ministry.
Orange Walk, are you ready? It's the annual Bob Marley Tribute 2026 OW edition. Brought to you by Charitable Roots Foundation and powered by Vibes Alive International. Join us at the Esports Center in Orange Walk on Saturday, February 7, 2026. Gates open at 6 p.m. Come for the vibes and stay for the food, drinks, prizes, and giveaways all night long. Musical niceness by primetime DJs and selectors, including Reggae Dutch of Reggae Sundays, Father Jesse of International Vibes, David Stone of 5-Star International, Marcus Park of System 1, and DJ Mix of Vibes Alive International. Event is hosted by Empress Mel C, guest MC Selector G, special on-stage guest Dara Robinson. Vendors, sponsors, and volunteers, contact any member of Charitable Roots Foundation for more info. This OW edition of the Bob Marley Tribute is brought to you by
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Police in Ladyville have detained U.S. national 29-year-old Darnay Garcia after a woman reported that he assaulted her on Sunday morning. Garcia was detained shortly after but escaped police custody, and police believe he later fired shots at a police mobile. After a joint operation, Garcia was later found and detained. He was discovered with firearms and ammunition and is now expected to be charged.
Police's interaction with Garcia began sometime around 3:30 a.m. when a 27-year-old female called police and reported that she was assaulted by a male person and that he was actively in pursuit of her. Police responded swiftly and they met with the female on Olwell Road in Ladyville Village, and as well as Mr. Garcia. Police sought to detain Mr. Garcia based on the report given by the female. However, Mr. Garcia managed to make good his escape. While the officers were transporting the female to the Ladyville police station, the Ladyville mobile came under fire and it was struck twice. Surveillance, they were able to apprehend Mr. Garcia sometime around 6 o'clock a.m. and in his possession was a 9mm Smith & Wesson brand pistol which contained 14 live rounds of 9mm ammunition, as well as a bag which contained an additional 60 live rounds of 9mm ammunition. Also found on the person of Mr. Garcia was an AR-15 rifle which contained 37 live rounds of 5.56 ammunition. Garcia is known to police as he is currently out on bail, having been charged in July of 2025 for illicit trafficking of firearm after a barrel was discovered at the Santa Elena border, which contained a number of firearm and ammunition.
A motorcycle driver this morning died after colliding with a towhead trailer between miles 10 and 11 on the Philip Golson Highway in the Ladyville Police District. He has been identified as 18-year-old Miguel Montoya. ASP Stacy Smith said the collision occurred after the driver of the truck attempted to overtake as Montoya was making a left turn.
What the investigation has shown so far is that Montoya is alleged to have been seeking to make a left turn off the highway, and at that time a freight truck which was traveling in the same direction sought to overtake the motorcycle, and this resulted in a collision and the untimely passing of Mr. Montoya. The driver of that vehicle has since been served with a notice of intended prosecution.
On a point of interest, the Benque Viejo Town Council has announced that a new loading area has been designated for buses stopping in that municipality. Buses are now required to drop off and pick up passengers at Independence Park, which is located next to the old Benque Market. The council announced that they will soon start construction of a shed along with 2 public restrooms. The council also has plans to rehabilitate the old market area. And the Miss Earth Belize Foundation Limited announced on Sunday that applications have opened for women interested in becoming Miss Earth Belize 2026. Applicants must be a Belizean woman between the ages of 18 and 26 and must hold a valid Belizean passport. To apply, you can visit the Miss Earth Belize pageant Facebook page and click on the link provided. The organization describes the pageant as being a, quote, national beauty and advocacy competition dedicated to empowering young Belizean women to become ambassadors for environmental protection, social responsibility, and positive change. Guided by the principles of Miss Earth International, the pageant promotes environmental awareness, sustainable development, and community engagement while celebrating intelligence, leadership, and cultural pride, end quote. Applications close on February 28. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.